That would be perfect for that. Think of all the weddings that maybe you're going to this summer. Take that with you. This is something, honestly, if you're renting a little house this summer, maybe you're doing one of those home share rental apps that are out there, and you want to take this next item with you to keep you cool, you can totally do that too, because this is a ceiling fan that you can just literally screw right into a light socket. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can install this fan. It comes to us from Cascade. Now, this is a 2-in-1 in which you've got the light and the fan. There's a lot of different versions that I've seen like this. However, a lot of them don't have the lights to it as where this does. This is a clearance price of $29.99. It's V83060, and your easy payment is just $6 in order to bring this home. This one is the white, and I don't have my card with me, so if you would just help me with the other colors, we'll get in a second. There's the black. Here is the gray. Nope, sorry, this is the brown. And then this is the gray. So the gray is a little bit of a whiter gray. The brown is a dark brown. You can totally see the difference here between the two of them. These are definitely a little bit of darker colors here. And then the light gray is the light one. We have the white as well. Over 235,000 of these have been picked up here at QVC. And this is something that was made specifically for the QVC customer in mind. Scott Hind, who brings pretty much every product under the sun here to us at QVC. Nice to see you, buddy.
Hey, great to see you, Justin. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. So tell us about this. This is my first time presenting this.
Yeah, real cool. And I apologize for my voice. Fighting a little bit of allergy issues here in the spring. Real bad pollen count. But, Cascade has become one of the fastest growing home environment companies, not just here at QVC, but in all of North America, because they're constantly innovating. And so if this is the first time you've seen this, it was at today's special value. It was wildly popular last summer because it is, like you said, if you have a socket, you have a fan. So you screw it in because you can't screw it up. Super simple, gives you that extra boost of air, but you can use it all year round like I do here in my kitchen, which I'll show you in a second, Justin. But even like on a night like tonight, here in southeastern Pennsylvania, it's in the high 60s. Beautiful night to have your doors open, your windows open. This gets that air circulating because we've had our windows shut for months now. So now we're getting that fresh air going. No better way to help that out.
What a genius idea. I mean, the fact that this just screws right in. And here's the thing, too, that's so nice about this version is that you do have this little extender. So what we know is that not every room that maybe you want to put this in has enough room here for this to be able to work. So we gave you this extender, which is going to add an additional 8 inches here so that you can screw this in and have it hung down a little bit further to get into maybe those tighter corners. Now, there's a remote control that comes with this too, right?
There is, Justin. I've changed my camera angle to show you the fan in my kitchen. And the other thing that extender does is that's what allows you to go up into recessed lighting. So up here, and I'll kind of maybe get up on the stool a little bit, these are recessed lights, okay?
Oh, wow.
So here is the light bulb that was up in the recessed light. Here's the fan. Do you know why I have this in the kitchen here, Justin? Because when you cook, even though I have air conditioning, the kitchen gets hot. So you want to get that air circulating and cooling down. So I can do a couple of things. I can turn the fan on here like this, okay? I can turn the light on, but I can turn it on different temperatures. So with my light, that can be the bright white, but I can take it down to warm white, cool white, and I can match it to the other light bulbs.
Oh, look at
so
that.
It may not be easy to see, but in our world, Justin, production and lighting better than anyone. There's a Kelvin scale, right, of lights. Well, these recessed lights are 2700. Well, I can match those recessed lights with this remote so that the lights are uniform. So you don't have that ultra bright and other ones that aren't quite as bright. They all match. So they have thought of literally everything here.
I can't believe the technology that's in this and how much technology is jam-packed into this. How it's such a simple idea and yet such a genius idea that makes a major difference. The fact that you can put this into recessed lighting and you could do so with that extender. For me, Scott, I'm looking at that and that little extender, I'm sorry, the 4-inch extender that's on it. My fire alarm, every time that we cook, is so sensitive, it always goes off. And the first thing I do is put on our ceiling fan. but it's not in the kitchen, it's in the living room. Now I have an open concept and it helps to move the air around, but to have this on over the stove where I'm cooking would be so helpful. I love that there's a timer on this so that I'm going to be able to use this so that when I'm sleeping, now I can sleep a little better. That's a great idea to have that fan in the exercise room. We have downstairs in our basement a treadmill that we put into like the storage part of it all, and it's not, you know, obviously like very nice looking. We don't have a gym. I wouldn't call that by any ways, but that's where our treadmill is, and it gets hot when you're running on it. To have this and not have to give up the light that's there because you have both is fantastic. Now, if you were to purchase this separately, you would be paying $59.99, and that would be a great price for everything that this does, but it's on clearance today for half of the retail value. You can pick it up in the white, you can bring it home in the black. Do you want it in the brown, or would you like to bring this home in the gray? I would love to get this for my garage, Scott. This would be perfect.
Yeah.
And by the way, the white is the most popular option. Your Easy Pay is just $6. On an Easy Pay of $6, this I would get like 3 of them for my garage. I've got multiple lights in there to be able to do that and just get the whole thing cooling.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Justin, because if you have a socket, you have a fan. Screw it in because you can't screw it up. It's obvious. The remote control does everything. You can use it as a fan, as a light, or both. And like I said, here I am in my kitchen. I have it here because my kitchen becomes hotter than Hades when I cook up. I have a gas stove right over here. You want to cool that down, especially in the summer, as fast as you can. We have a graphic, Justin. I'm going to ask production if we could maybe throw that up. We have a 4-box picture of where I use these in my own home. And if you don't mind, I'd like to kind of run you through it to give you different ideas for everyone watching at home of different ways you can cool down. All right, they're looking for it right now, but what I'm going to do is kind of show you that it acts like a normal fan, okay? It spins like a normal fan. 5 pedal blades, a lot of them that you see, a lot of the imitators have 4. A lot of them don't have lights, like you said. And this was the light bulb right here that it's screwed into. That's what this extender does, Justin. Allows you to go up into the socket, into the recessed lighting, and this allows you to use it virtually anywhere you have a light socket. This is my own home right here, Justin. So on the left is my guest room, okay? So if my guests come over in the summer, that's the room that's the farthest away from the HVAC, gets the weakest airflow. If I have guests there on the left, I can help them cool down. Right there, that's the kitchen as you've seen me in this entire presentation. I have it in there all year round. The next one is my attic. You talk about what gets hot in the summer, Justin, your attic. Well, guess what? You have a light there, and you have a fan up in your attic. And then finally, my shed. I'm fortunate enough that I have power. I've wired my shed for power. Out in the summer, same thing. But you're getting a really bright light, but also the fan to keep you cool when you're outside, when you got to go get your tools, whatever you got to do. It really is that 2-in-1 combination that you really love.
I love the idea for this shed. A friend of mine, he bought a shed and he split it in half. One half is storage. It's where the tractor's at. It's where the weed whacker's at. You name it. The other half is his whiskey cigar room. And he did it all up and it's all nice. And this, to be able to put right where the light is, would be a really fantastic way to be able to cool that down, because you don't need to have any plugs to be able to run a fan. This would be a perfect way to keep it cool, which coincidentally is the name of our show. And it's a clearance price today of $29.99. Your Easy Pay. As a 5 easy payment program, you're going to get this for just $6. And that is it. $6 a month. A lot of people are picking up more than one, which I would expect on this clearance price. I would expect on this Easy Pay, the white, the black, the brown, or the light gray. Those are your options in the colors. They all have the lights to them. And Scott, in our last 20 seconds here, let's see how this works.
Yeah, here we are in my kitchen where you just saw that picture. I'm going to turn the fan on right now, okay? 4 different speeds. So put up on 4. You see how it starts moving that big old pinwheel that I've got up here?
It
so
works.
You're getting a lot of airflow. But also, I need I need light. Great, no problem. I'm doing this all by remote. There's a night light. But if I want it bright white, warm white, cool white,
that's
as
amazing.
you know, production, Justin, all different lights you can have. It's super versatile.
The item number here, Scott, is V83060. Thank you so much, Scott, for being on our show. We so appreciate seeing you here. And thank you all so much for
my friend.
hanging out with us here on this Sunday night. I'm glad that we were able to end the weekend together. My name is Justin Sachoka. I will see you tomorrow on TikTok Live with Jenny Garth is going to join me. We're going to be together on TikTok Live from 6 o'clock until 9. I'm super excited for that. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Follow me on social media to get my schedule. Have a great night, everybody.